carry Birdbath? Where would we put them? As you can see, we hardly have room.
Are you insinuating that I forgot where I bought it?
All I'm saying is you couldn't have bought it here.
This is preposterous. How could anybody forget selling anything as big as a Birdbath?
You're right. It would be impossible to forget. That's why I'm certain we never sold one.
Sir, what are you going to do about this?
I'll tell you exactly what I'm going to do about it. I'm not going to get involved. Good afternoon, ladies.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't touch it. I didn't touch it.
Oh, it's lost. It's destroyed.
Well, now, Miss Frumpkin, it's quite all right. It's just a vase.
It's lost. I believe you now owe us $8,000.
Oh, what a coincidence. You know, that's just what I paid for that Birdbath. I guess we're even.
There he is.
And Tiffany's right behind him.
I've made it.
That was close.
Did they see you?
No, thanks to Tiff. That a shoe was a nice touch.
Well, darling, I broke it on the curb. I had to use it in the act.
Well, what happened inside the store?
Tiffany created a memorable diversion.
I broke an $8,000 vase, darling.
Wonderful. Well, why'd it take so long?
The old lady didn't crack. She wouldn't give anything up.
Well, that means either she doesn't know anything or she's under orders from higher up to keep her mouth shut.
Right, man. She's got her scatterbrained act down cold.
Another dead end.
No, Robert. Not exactly. There's a back room there, and it doesn't exactly fit the decor.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's full of radical electronic equipment, computers, drawing boards, flashing lights. If it beeps, it's in there.
Really? That's hardly what you'd normally find in an antique store.
Right.
Do you think the store's a front for something else?
I think Mr. Gray's into something big.
All we have to do is find out what.
And who is with him?
Laura, what are you suggesting? That we just run out on David? I mean, just take the lens and disappear? That would only make matters worse for Jackie and for us.
No, but you can finish it, and then we can sell it to him and we can get out sooner.
Laura, he would never allow that.
Then we won't give him a choice. Look, maybe we could hide it, and then we can move away and ransom it to him.
Laura, will you listen to yourself? Do you honestly think that David would ever allow us to get away with that? Laura, we would be running from him and our lives would not be our own.
He wouldn't find us. I'm sure of it. We could get it. We could get away.
What about your sister? She would still be in trouble.
Well, I could contact her as soon as we were safe.
Laura, we tried that before, remember? It didn't work then, so it won't work now.
We don't have a choice
We
now.
do have a choice. Now listen to me. Look, we cooperate with David. We just go along with him until this whole thing is over.
Over? Over? When, Mel? When is this going to be over?
Darling, he told me that the main project would be over with very soon.
Oh, and you think he's just going to let us walk away?
That's
huh?
right. We just walk away richer than you ever imagined.
Deader is more like it, Mel. Why did you get involved in this project in the first place, huh?
Laura, I don't know. But all I know was that I had a chance to make more money than I ever imagined.
Look, the arguing, hey, all this bickering back and forth is not going to help matters. We're going to have to work together, all right?
Has anyone called the police?
Yes, they were notified. They filed a report. They're going to be working with us just as closely.
We're going to have to close the sports center until we can find another way to make the money.
No, I disagree. Somebody stole this money. Our first priority ought to be in getting it back.
But how? If the police can't find the thief, how will we?
By using our heads. Now, whoever stole it had to have been noticed by someone. There's got to be a witness.
Rick, how in the world is there going to be a witness? You were here that day. It was crowded. How could anybody notice anything?
Joan.
Wait a minute. Something just occurred to me. It had to be somebody who knew about the collection procedure ahead of time. Because they not only had to figure out how to get my bag, they had to get the newspaper cut up, they had to get these kind of envelopes.
Yeah, and they knew exactly where the bag was being kept.
Yeah, those kids knew. Blackie, that line. Let me tell you, if past record is any indication whatsoever.
Tom, that is circumstantial. Let's not make any accusations whatsoever until we have some evidence to back it up.
Besides, Tom, if you're going to go on that, it could just as well have been any of us. We knew the whole procedure.
That's right. That's right. We did. Any of us. Was anyone missing for a particular length of time?
Well,
anyone remember seeing?
Blackie was sent out to get chowder bowls. Spike went someplace.
When?
I don't know the exact time. Claudia might know because she went out too. She went to the clinic to get the blood
That's where the
pressure
bag was, at the clinic?
Yeah.
Then they had to lift the bag before they could do anything.
Well, yeah.
It is. Then I'm right. It was Blackie and his punk friend. You see, there's your evidence, Rick.
Circumstantial, Tom. That's all it is circumstantial. Why would kids want to take money? It's going right back to them.
Because they're kids. That's why. And kids today will rip anybody off, including their own friends. They got no conscience, Rick. No conscience whatsoever. Now, I say that we call the cops, and I say we call them right now.
I think we ought to let Blackie have something to say. Maybe answer these accusations of yours first, okay?
Where are you going to find him? He's made his score. I'm willing to bet he's gone, long gone.
No, I can find him.
You sure?
Yeah, unless he's left town like Mr. Warren is suggesting. I could probably find where he's at. I'll be back in about half an hour.
Great, Johnny. Thank you. All right, while we're waiting for Blackie, why don't we sit down and examine the other possibilities?
There are no other possibilities. Blackie and his gang took our money. Now, I intend to see that we get it back.
The point is that no one in this country is guilty until he's proven guilty.
All right, fine. Then we'll prove it.
Here he is.
Johnny?
What? What's going on, Doctor? Look, don't take off, okay? Why would I take off?
Because you don't want to go to jail.
Tom.
Jail?
Wait a minute. Tom, let me handle this, okay?
Handle what? What's going on here, Doc?
Yesterday, the money from Dolladay was stolen.
It was?
Yes.
Oh, I get it. Blame it on the kid, right?
Hey, I didn't say that. And nobody here has said that.
Well,
wait a minute. Blackie, we would like to know, when you went after the chowder bowls, did you do anything else? Did you go anywhere?
I went to the supermarket.
Blackie, you were gone an awful long time.
I know. The first place didn't have it, so I had to go somewhere else.
All right. How about after we have cleaned up?
I got into a crap game behind Duke's. Come on, Doctor.
All right, Blackie, I'm going to ask you once, and just one time. I think that's all I need to know. Do you have any knowledge whatsoever as to what happened to the money from Dolladay?
Doctor, I wouldn't rip you off. I swear, I didn't take the money.
Fine, I believe you. Thank you.
Can I go now?
Yeah, sure.
No, wait a minute. Not so fast. You want to just let him walk out of here?
Tom,
just
he
like that?
said he didn't know anything about it.
And you believe him?
Yes, I do.
Well, you know something? You're nuts, Weber. Nuts. These kids have pulled the wool over you. Look at him. Look at him. He never told the truth in his life.
Hey, man, what
Don't hey, man, me. You're in serious trouble. You know that?
Hey, man, I didn't do nothing, all right?
You're a liar, too.
All right,
You know,
all right,
liar.
Hey,
Listen,
Blackie, just forget it.
You're not helping your
Go.
cause any, man.
Go on. Leave. It's all right. Go ahead. I'll handle it, Blackie. It's okay. I mean it.
Bleeding heart.
Look, what we could do better is probably to go out and try and find everybody that was here and ask them.
That's a good idea. I have to go back to the clinic, so I'll talk to Claudia.
Yeah, I'll start at the hospital.
I'll take the police department.
I'll see what I can sign up for my name.
If anybody does find out anything, call me at Kelly's or call Captain Ramsey direct, all right?
Anybody got any questions?
Yes. Yeah, I got a question. Why are we going to all this work when we know very well that Black is responsible?
I will. I'm a good patient.
You sure now?
Yes.
Jess, are they ready for me now?
I'm sorry, Arthur. There's been another delay.
Oh, what now?
Something to do with equipment. It'll be about a half an hour.
Well, I guess it's a cup of coffee for me.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, well. How did she check out, Arthur?
Oh, beautifully. She's not going to give us any more trouble.
Oh, good. It's the nicest news I've had all day.
Well, I'm ready and able, thanks to Dr. Bradshaw.
Well, why don't you wait for me to ask you?
Yeah. Thanks. Nice to see you, Jesse. Dr. Hardy.
Take care, Ruby.
Ruby.
Bye-bye, Ruby. My
Thank
pleasure.
you again.
Well, I guess I better go and scrub.
Before you go, Arthur, I'd like a quick word with you.
All right.
How are you feeling?
Fine.
What about the problems with your family?
Oh, everything seems to have worked itself out.
Worked itself out?
Yeah. The wedding's going off without a hitch, and actually, I'm looking forward to it.
Before you were worried about the
My daughter, with the help of Dorothy, decided she didn't want a big country club wedding, so it's going to be smaller and less expensive.
Good, good. It's good to hear. Maybe now your ex-wife would start taking some of the pressure off.
She already has.
And your present wife?
Well, that's worked itself out, too. I mean, she's decided to stop nagging me about my commuting.
Then you'll finally be able to take things a little easier around here.
It sure looks that way.
Well, I must admit, Arthur, you're a lot more cheerful. Any more problems with your nerves?
No, steady as a rock.
Good.
Look, I better go up and scrub for surgery, so if you'll excuse me. And Steve, thanks for your concern.
There you are, Jesse.
Thank you, Steve. You all right?
Arthur? I don't know, Jesse. Keeps moving so fast, I can't keep up with him.
He concerns me. People who never slow down are usually one step ahead of disaster. Excuse me.
I'm not very good at running away.
What choice do we have?
Cooperation.
Oh, and how's that going to help my sister Jackie?
Laura, you've told me over 100 times how tough she is.
Yes, but she doesn't know what she's getting into.
And you do?
I am talking about David, Mel. We both know how dangerous he is.
Laura, we can only assume that the man is dangerous. We do not know for a fact that David has anything remotely to do with Laura Spencer's disappearance.
I know.
He hasn't admitted to anything.
He doesn't have to admit anything. I can tell by the way he looks at me. And he wants us to know, but he just won't go as far as to tell us.
Laura, what do you want me to do?
I want us to run away. I want to get in a car and just go and go and go.
Laura, to where? And for how long? Baby, like it or not, this project we are involved in is a part of our life. Now, if we want away now, we have nothing to live with but fear.
He won't find us, Mel. He won't find us.
You don't know David.
Then what are we going to do?
Maybe just what we have been doing all along. We just take it day by day.
And what about Jackie?
Honey, Jackie is on her own. There is absolutely nothing that we can do for her.
Don't say that, Mel. She is my sister.
On All My Children.
Now I want one honest answer.
What?
In all the time you've been separated from Sarah, have you ever slept with her?
And on the edge of night, a mysterious photo brings a dead man to life.
Why do I think that's Guy Whitney?
While in the Caribbean, Raven attempts to overcome her grief. All My Children, the edge of night, love in the afternoon.
You know, my problem is, why would anyone steal from a charity?
Yeah. Why would anyone steal at all?
Oh, on the other hand, there are a lot of hungry people today, and when you're hungry, you're desperate, you'll do anything.
That's no excuse. Listen, there's lots of help for poor people today. All they have to do is ask.
Well, for someone, it's hard to ask if they've got a lot of pride.
Pride? What pride is there in being poor?
Mr. Warren, pride has nothing to do with money. It has to do with something called spirit, and there's no price on that.
Oh, any luck?
No, nobody heard anything. And most of the people I spoke to were having too much fun to notice anything suspicious. How about you?
Same here. We were too busy to see anything.
Well, maybe Rick did better.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's hope so.
Look, I hate to say this, but a lot of the neighborhood folks agreed with Mr. Warren that Blackie Parrish or his pals are behind it.
Now, Mrs. Ramirez, we can't do that.
I know. I'm just repeating what people said. Blackie Parrish has a bad reputation down here.
And when they hear that he took our money, it's going to get a lot worse.
Hey, Rick.
Well, any news, anybody?
Nothing. How about you?
No, unfortunately, no one at the hospital saw anything out of the ordinary.
What about the police?
Well, they've got the bag, and they sent it down to forensics, see if they can pick up any clues off of it.
What about tips or leads or informants?
Well, we have a set process to follow, and like everything else, it just takes time.
What do we do now?
Wait.
Oh, good. My favorite pastime.
Oh, why don't we go over to Kelly's and have something to eat? Her clam chowder was right in the center of this whole thing, right? There's a point to my madness.
There's a point. Okay,
go on.
Okay, I guess. You get
You gonna come
Bag.
with us? We'll have to lock up.
No, it's all right. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Go ahead.
All right, thanks, Tom. We'll meet you there.
Right. Come on, little lady.
Oh, thanks a lot.
See you there. Thanks, Tom.
Hello, police station? Yeah. I'd like to talk to somebody about that Waterfront Sports Center robbery. That's right. I know who did it.
I'm afraid it's a lost cause.
Don't worry about it. It'll be a good tax write-off. By the way, while I was out, did I get any calls and all the excitement I forgot to ask?
No, it's been quiet all morning. Except
Go on.
that antique dealer was here again. The one who placed the figurines with us about a week ago. I wonder where he went.
What do you mean?
He was here when you came in with that dreadful Birdbath woman, and I don't remember seeing him leave.
But the store was empty when we came in.
Oh, no, I'm sure he was in. He was quite persistent.
About what?
You. Well, he kept asking all sorts of questions.
Did he give you his name?
Oh, yes, but I don't seem to remember it.
Tall, curly hair?
Yes, that sounds like him. Is he a friend of yours?
Not exactly. What did you tell him?
Oh, nothing. Only that you value your privacy.
Good.
You seem concerned about him.
Perhaps.
Do you think he'll come again?
I'm sure he will.
What shall I do?
Avoid answering any questions and keep him away from the back room.
Well, if there seems as though there's nothing I can do about it.
Then ring the bell.
Bell. Is it that serious?
I'm afraid it is.
All right, Mr. Gray, whatever you say. I'm paid to keep people away from the back room and not to ask questions, and that's what I'm going to do.
And here we go again.
Oh, what kind this time?
Colombian Special Blend. It's the only one we haven't tried.
I am about coffeeed out.
Tell me about it.
What's been going on over there?
Not much. He's still just talking to the old lady.
I'd say he's there for the afternoon. Let's go home.
Go ahead.
What about you?
I'm staying.
All day.
Better than going back to those pounding hammers of the workmen on the yacht.
When does this place close?
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Listen, mate, you've got to get your mind off this.
No, Robert, what I got to do is get into that back room. So I'm just going to hang out here until this guy splits. Then I'm going to get in there and find out what's going on, because whatever it is, it's strange. Now, you guys go ahead and don't worry about it.
No way. We're in this together.
Lay off, Jackie.
Hey, come on, listen. We're not budging without you, so come on.
Okay. All right. But I'm getting in there with or without you. I'm going to get in that back room.